Tidal energy is a renewable source of energy dependent on currents of water. Each current is harnessed by turbines that spin and generate power. The physical construction of turbines is either a wall regulating two different bodies of water. Individual turbines can be placed underwater, resembling wind turbines, to capture the kinetic energy of water. Tidal energy holds great promise as a clean, renewable resource. Unlike fossil fuels, it produces no greenhouse gas emissions, helping to combat climate change and reduce our carbon footprint. However, like all forms of energy extraction, tidal power has its environmental considerations. The construction of tidal turbines and barrages can disrupt marine ecosystems and habitats, potentially impacting marine life such as fish.
Recently, tidal energy has become more and more developed due to research and New Zealand's goals for renewable energy, thanks to the National Institute of Water and Atmospheric Research. In their perspective, tidal energy can be utilized easily in coastal areas of New Zealand, as well as other small island countries because of their coastal properties. But at the same time, it is a step towards net zero emissions because it is an alternative to relying on the importation of fossil fuels. There are still many technological obstacles and setbacks. There is a variability of waves and environmental factors, and we must first initially monitor ocean activity, as well as high initial costs for the construction of turbine systems and specific location requirements, and much more research for development and efficiency. From a technological point of view, it is definitely a promising way of collecting energy, and there is more to be done. Tidal energy infrastructure has also had its impact on the economy. While not as large as other power businesses, it has created many opportunities for local economies, specifically coastal towns. A major result of the economic impact it has had are local businesses depending on the tidal energy industry. It can range from renewable energy consumption, recreational activities, and services that attract investors and tourists. Additionally, it has increased investment in infrastructure improvements, like upgraded ports and transportation networks, enhancing the overall economic rise of coastal communities. On a larger scale, tidal energy has contributed to job creation and growth in coastal regions. While it doesn't surpass its other renewable energy competitors, it is still a rapidly growing model.
As of today, many Pacific Island nations employ tidal energy as a means for energy production. According to the International Renewable Energy Agency, small island nations such as Fiji, Papua New Guinea, the Solomon Islands, and Cook Islands typically rely on fossil fuel imports because of the limited energy resources. By employing the use of tidal energy, these small island nations gain a sustainable way of generating their own energy. Tidal energy is an incredibly efficient form of energy generation with an 80% efficiency rate. According to NASA, the most efficient solar panels only reach around 40% efficiency. A highly efficient source of energy is beneficial as less infrastructure would have to be constructed to generate the same amount of energy as a less efficient energy source. In the near future, water reservoirs can be used as a form of energy storage in the form of gravitational potential energy. Large amounts of water can be pumped into reservoirs during periods of low tidal activity, as very little energy will be produced and would not be cost efficient to keep infrastructure operating during this time. When demand for energy increases, these reservoirs can be drained through a standard tidal barrage, which generates large amounts of energy in a short period of time. And due to the efficiency of tidal energy, the initial investment for the infrastructure is well worth it. And in fact, a lot of pre-existing reservoirs can be modified to generate energy. Overall, tidal energy can be an incredibly useful resource if it's used right. As of now, tidal energy is still a relatively new concept, with it just now being implemented in some countries. I believe that if tidal energy is expanded upon, then it would be an incredibly adaptable way of creating energy, because of the many ways you can use the movement of water to generate electricity.